So a few things happened in my life, and I'll show you later. But I got in a pretty bad accident. I had a big old
Oh yes,
SUV.
yes.
Yeah,
I remember. I saw the pictures of that.
yeah. So thank God it was me and the wife in there, only us, and the kids stayed home. And I just thank God every day, dude. We're just on the highway, doing about. Actually, we came to a full stop because there's rush hour traffic, and I just see this car coming behind me. Like, what's going on? Like, this car's not stopping, my babe. I'm like, babe, that car's not. And then I was like, babe, and I just braced because I saw it, dude. Car hit us at 60 miles an hour while I'm like sitting still, dude. So hard that our car just basically exploded. It caught on fire. They hit us so hard they went under us. As a Yukon XL. Their engine caught on fire and then lit up our diesel tank and just. I think you probably seen it, yeah. So man, it was like I was able to get her seatbelt was stuck. It was just the craziest freak accident, man. And it was like a second chance at life, man. Because think about it. If the way that thing went up in flames, I could have passed out and I could have woke up and I could have already been, engulfed in that flame. So when I got out, man, and I got her out and I'm just sitting in the hospital and then the trooper came to the hospital. He's like, hey, man, like he just stopped. He's like, hey, man, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, what's that? He's like, why'd you let off your brake? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you got off your brake. I'm like, yeah, I did. And he's like, why'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. It's just the reaction. And I just lift my foot. And he said, well, that saved your life, right? He said, because the way that car hit you, you guys would not have been dead. They would have been dead for sure. They would have been in your back seat. You guys would have been dead or in surgery right now. So you saved everybody's life in that situation. And when I just went into tears at that moment in the hospital. He came to the hospital and they were teenagers texting and driving. Yeah, man. Dude, man, when I tell you, like, I was like, wow, like, who would have thought, something like that. And, you wake up to go somewhere one day and then boom, you're in the hospital and your car is just in go. You're just watching your car burn, and I'm like, wow. So it kind of gave me this thinking of like, dude, you only get one life. You really only get one life. It can get taken away that quick, and just that instant right there. One thing I did saved everybody's life.
Yeah, because it allowed them to push the car forward.
Correct. He said we rode 100. They hit us so hard. There was never no brake marks from that car. They hit us so hard that we moved 100 feet. I blacked out a little bit because I don't remember moving that, but 100 feet, like that's pretty far. He said, dude, man, you stopped that car, and thank God you had that big truck because you
oh man, it would have been like in a Civic or like, oh my,
it would have been a wrap
with the kids. God forbid in the back seat.
Exactly, would have been a wrap, and that just gave me. And then after that, I saw a therapist because I was having that going on, and then the business was just taking over my head, and I just had my twins. And just life was happening. Life was lifing, man. And I'm like, you know what? That's when I had that moment, in bed or wherever I was. And I'm like, shut the business down. Just shut it down. Like, trust me, you'll find your way. You'll do you. Just shut the business down. June 2024 is when I made that decision. Shut it down, get rid of it all, and start over. You live one life. And that's why I kept thinking, you live one life, man. You know what you want to do. You know exactly what you want to do. I shit you not, man. Till this day, that was the best decision I made because not only the stress went away, not only, that happiness came out, but the day that I got in that cockpit again to start my first flight lesson, March, that first video I made, March, I look back and I'm like, man, like this is where I was supposed to be since day one, So everything I did in between was just like little roadblocks. You don't realize a roadblock or, like a halt in life, but this is exactly where I was supposed to be, man.